Okay, sweet peas, hello. It's August 21st, 2017. Just briefly checking in. Uh, Alright, so what I did today is I initiated a protocol that I'm going to intermittently initiate on certain days throughout the week when I go to board MTS buses and before I approach any MTS bus stop, including walking routes or bike routes on my way to these bus stops. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making videos with my video camera, predicting what might occur towards me on my way to the bus stops, at them, and on the bus routes. Now, on all dates, everywhere I go, every minute of every hour of every day, I wear a running recording tape recorder on me at all times. Now, through the cyber surveillance, you can go to Google at any time if you feel inclined and research how gang stalking perpetrators, completely criminally insane animals, do engage in the methodology, the method of cyber surveilling all of every single bit of a gang stalking targeted individual's internet activity, whether it be on phone, computer, their personal computer, library computers, university computers. And they do this for a threat assessment in reference to them deducing and deliberating if what the target is doing is a threat to them or can be possibly an added benefit to them pertaining to the campaign that they want to bring about against the target either immediately or in the future. So this can be Googled. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is, in part, and that is the reason why I wear a running recording tape recorder on me at all times. And now, electronic tape recorders, the one I have, runs by date and time. Now, fellow American citizens, okay, MTS will never openly admit ever in any court proceedings, in any statement, that they're involved in the gang stalking of me and other San Diego victims. Of course not, because then they will be criminally and civilly liable for it, and they will have to answer concerning why they did it. Of course not. Just like the businesses won't, the universities won't, and the libraries won't, and so on. But what they will do is continue to engage in these gang stalking methods until they achieve their objectives. Gang stalking is a crime that is incrementally implemented over time in order to achieve their criminal motivations. Absolutely. So, when you look at how staged events are absolutely part of gang stalking crimes, and staged events can be for any motivation, okay? One of the motivation of every staged event is to produce effects, results, and effects, even if it's just psychological trauma, distress, anger, whatever. Other staged events motivations can be so the target can be ticketed or arrested, or be banned from a place, or both. Okay. They can also be staged in order to produce falsified police reports, incident sheets, or information sheets. Incident reports, police reports, and information sheets as well. And this means anywhere, including MTS Transit's police or MTS itself filing falsified reports, including their bus drivers, okay, as well. Now, when we look at the crime of gang stalking will literally, the crimes themselves will literally accuse a target of being involved in something or doing something that they're actually involved in themselves. And this is a fact. Make no mistake about it. Okay. They will literally accuse a target of harassing somebody that they propped up at a bus stop or on a bus route or at a trolley station or a trolley route. They'll creatively use that person to gaslight a victim, deny they did it, okay, try to provoke the target concerning it, and if the target says anything, even a syllable, they will run and tell transit police or a bus driver, and then the bus driver plays their role. Absolutely, absolutely. Now, I want you to listen to me very carefully. One, if MTS altered the assault video of me being assaulted on their bus on 10/10/2011, bus route 928, SDPD filed a falsified police report concerning that assault. I reported it to the San Diego District Attorney's Office through fax, email, and in person. They called me crazy concerning it and basically kicked me right out of the office, which is a method of gang stalking in reference to implying that a target individual is crazy. That's a technique of theirs that's all over the internet that can be Googled. Okay. It's how they defend themselves by attempting to discredit the mental stability of the target. That's why intentionally attempting to provoke a target to act out verbally and or physically anywhere, okay, is one of the main methodologies of gang stalking. Absolutely. So that way they can take the response and say your behavior is inappropriate, you're a threat to yourself or others, you're mentally ill, and so on and so forth. Okay, so they can create, okay, and file falsified documentation about the target, doctors included. So, in order for targets to be able to protect themselves, one of the ways I do is I make predictions about what all these criminally insane animals, they're nothing but criminally insane lion animals, every last one of them, the businesses, the universities, the libraries, the transportation services. They will lie right to your face, my face, they'll lie in court, they'll lie in police reports, doctor reports, they'll lie right to a judge, they will lie in any and all court proceedings just to protect their ass, while they're labeling the target as being the perpetrator of the actual crime. Now, so what I do, and what I'm going to start doing, is periodically, okay, making videos with my video camera, okay, about what might transpire towards me on my way to bus stops, at bus stops, while I'm waiting for the bus, okay, which I already have been doing in my tape recorders every single day anyways. You would not believe what I've been through just in predictions. Constantly having to relive this shit verbally and mentally just to keep myself safe every fucking day. Everywhere I go. When I leave a library, I got to make predictions in my tape recorder about what might happen towards me on my way to the bus stop and at it. Then on the bus. Then walking into Bonds. Then at Bonds. Every day, non-stop predictions I got to make in order to keep myself safe. Okay. So, what I did today was, I got out my video camera, which is attached to this little clip-on thing to my belt loop. And I turn it on. I don't point it at anybody directly. Okay. No, I don't, because they'll literally watch you with their peripheral vision, or they'll turn their head like this, like they're just looking around to see if the video camera is up on you, so they can use that to even complain about you as well. Absolutely. Make no mistake about it. You got to remember something. I've been dealing with this crime now openly every single day, everywhere I have went since 2002. Every day. And my blog proves it. Okay. So what I'm going to start doing, okay, because I can pretty much tell, a lot of the times I can pretty much tell if there's individuals that are on the bus or at the bus stop, okay, who I am so experienced in this crime, I can pretty much tell who's sitting at the bus or on the bus route in reference to observers for gang stalking crimes, okay, who's possibly being used to assist in the tracking through their cell phones, okay, are any bus drivers involved in that? Okay, somebody's communicating with the people that are being dropped off to stage events and harassment against the target, so who's notifying these people and how? How are they communicating with each other? So I strongly suggest you research text messaging and gang stalking, cell phone call, communicating with each other through cell phones. Okay. So what I will periodically do is turn my video camera on, make predictions before I get to the bus stop or right at it, by myself privately. Okay. And then wait for the bus. And if the bus comes and anything happens at that bus stop or bus route, it'll show that I predicted it before the bus even got there. I at least make predictions every friggin' day in my tape recorder about everywhere that I'm going pertaining to what might happen towards me. Now here's another thing. Stalking laws literally encompass that anything that is causing you to feel fearful, and then what makes you feel fearful, if it is then brought about, that's a felony. So I strongly suggest you research extensively stalking laws and when it comes to threats, criminal threats as well. Because a target is being criminally threatened every day as a result of this crime, because when you're intentionally made to be known, if anybody is letting you intentionally know that you're being stalked, that makes you feel threatened. And that's what they want, because they want the target to constantly be hyper vigilant. What's going to happen now? What's going to happen next? What's going to happen here? What's going to happen there? Okay, this as a result puts the target in a constant mental hypervigilant mindset, which wears the mind and body down, which is part of the reason why they do it. Because the target's already in a hypervigilant mindset and their body's constantly reacting to it, while they're being mentally harassed creatively through all research extensively, everything that's got to do with sensitization methods in gang stalking, because their sensitization methods are designed to blend in with the everyday environment. Now, you got the regular, a lot of the individuals that will harass the target with gang stalking methods are just told to appear at the places the target's at, walk by them or stand by them, do it and not say a word. But other ones are used to actually play roles that will psychologically intimidate the target. Okay? All right? By the way they look, the way they dress, the way they act. Okay? And when they directly approach you as well. No matter how they're acting verbally. Okay? Now, so when we look at the factual realities, like yesterday, James Wood, the actor James Wood, was threatened on Twitter. All day long, he posted about it. He looked up California laws. He contacted FBI just because of one threat. He was on Twitter all day yesterday, exposing it because of one threat on one day. Gang stalking victims live under and through non-stop threats every fucking day because of the techniques that are employed against them. For instance, they created the homelessness of me and have gang stalked me to so many different wooded areas. I have to constantly be on guard concerning who can come on the property today, who's going to approach me, who's going to approach me after I put my tent up. Okay, what kind of event are they going to bring about towards me? Are they going to prop up individuals who are acting crazy on purpose? So the cops can say, well, Leslie, you shouldn't have been there to begin with. What do you expect, Leslie? He's just a no-neighborhood troublemaker. The San Diego Police Department have used that same exact identical word for word to a T excuse concerning 6 separate events at 6 different locations on 6 separate dates. And every single one of those events was predicted that they would occur before I even got to the locations where they came about at. Absolutely. Word for word. Okay. So when we look at the lies, the staged harassment, the tracking that so they know where the target's at in order to bring about these staged events where, and it's basically, another aspect of this is to keep the target in nonstop psychological shock. Because if the mind and body can never relax in reference to the target constantly have to be in a hyper-vigilant mode every day, they know that is assisting them in wearing the target down and out. While the target's trying to survive the physical exhaustion concerning what they got to go through every day as a result of being homeless, carrying water every day, carrying groceries every day, walking their bike, putting their bike on buses and taking it off, carrying duffel bags that weigh 10 pounds, carrying backpacks that weigh 15 pounds, constantly having to deal with organizing and reorganizing their camp gear and their clothes, constantly having to worry about that shit being stolen because of intentional threats about it being stolen. It's non-stop harassment. Every single aspect of the target individual's life is completely taken over, and this crime intentionally makes sure that you know every day you're a victim of it. Now, lately, they have been going back to engaging in the gang-stalking physical gestures of me, because you can't catch an intentional physical gesture on a tape recorder. Absolutely. So, fellow American citizens, I want you to realize what target individuals have to deal with on a daily basis because of these criminally insane animals. They're still going by me at wooded areas and saying gang stalk and suck my you-know-what as they ride their bikes by or jog by or walk by. They'll even say it from a fucking car, okay, if I'm in a wooded area that's right by a road. That right there should show anybody that I'm being tracked, and friggin' tape recorders do not lie. Police will lie on a police report, but tape recorders don't lie. Okay. So you can go to my blog, which is attached to my Twitter account, which is at HIGGINSGGGG. The blog is attached to the profile of that account. You know, it's been about a week or a week and a half. They literally broke the left brake on my brand new bike off. Now, the hard plastic that holds that brake onto the handlebars is almost 1/8 of an inch thick. There is no way anything that I could have done concerning me utilizing that bike on that day or any other day that would have caused that to break off. Absolutely. Okay. I was being so tender with that bike, and still I'm being so tender with that bike, that I'm literally wiping it down about once a week to try and keep it looking brand new. There is nothing that I have ever done since I bought that bike that would even jar it loose, let alone completely break it off. Okay. So that happened at Vaughn's off of Regis Road and Arabia Street. Gang stalk was being caught being said in that Vaughn's again today. Hold on. absolutely around me, which is their way to intentionally mentally harass you and remind you that you're being a victim of this crime by and through literally repeating the name of it everywhere I go. It was caught in the library again today as well. So, the system perpetrates this crime, uses the system to protect it, uses the system to completely call the target mentally ill and crazy if they complain about it or get too loud about it, while the target's left in the non-stop continued victimization of it every single day. And that's why I do what I do. So, if anybody tries to stage a complaint about me concerning anything or tries to provoke me to act out in any way at any MTS bus stop, bus route, trolley station, trolley route, walking route, in any business, at any library, this absolutely includes bike racks, bathroom breaks, any area within any store, I'm telling you right now, no matter who plays a role in it, no matter how old they are, no matter what type of person they are, no matter how they appear physically, I've seen shit online where these assholes are using disabled people and the elderly and kids. That's how bad it is, literally. Okay? So, what I do is I predict what these little psycho maggots are going to do before they do it, before I even get to the environments where it's going to happen at. And my blog indisputably proves I've caught it multiple times. Now, so what I'm going to do periodically is if I feel that it's necessary for that day, I'll turn on my video camera and keep it down by my waist, try and keep it covered up as much as possible, at least in case what I predict at the beginning of the video file, if it comes true, it'll prove once again this was a staged event. And to try and see if I can catch on video if gang stalk, suck my D-I-C-K is being said. Okay, and you know what they're doing? They're saying it extremely creative now. They'll be having their conversations, and within their conversations, they'll say like "suck on the D" real fast, and then continue talking. Okay, or they'll masquerade what they're actually saying by trying to make it appear they're saying other things. Now, you can go to Google and you can research how gang stalking will prop up people to repeat identical words and phrases, or to repeat words and phrases around the target. You'll see it's being exposed by thousands of victims all over the internet. People who have never talked to each other are exposing the same technique. So why would I be making videos about this? Catching it on audio files. A lot of these audio files are already online, but actually only 0.001% of the evidence that's online right now, which is massive, is nothing compared to what I'm carrying on my person, including video files that haven't been uploaded yet. Catching it at the post office, catching it at every restaurant, every business I go into, including outside of the businesses. Absolutely. It's pathetic. It's criminally pathetic that I gotta live this way every day because of a bunch of absolute, completely insane, psychopath, criminally insane animals. Alright, so let's see if any event transpires towards me at any wooded area. Let's see if I'm arrested for illegal lodging, trespassing, or encroachment. They created the homelessness. They know you gotta sleep, so they'll wait. They'll wait for a while till right before it gets dark out, and they're just deducing, well, she's probably got her tent up by now. Let's stage an event. Use the event to bring attention to the area, or stage an assault to even make me call the police, which they've already done. Absolutely, absolutely. And then the police will say, then the police will make a police report. Leslie's still homeless. She won't get out of it. She thinks she's being stalked. Leslie must have a problem. While they're letting every single one of the individuals that they're connected to that played a role in the event get away every time. Absolutely. So I strongly suggest you research gang stalking and police, and that includes all police departments in California. I bet you could go to Google right now and look up any county or city or town in California, look up their police department, and then type in the name of their police department to gang stalking and look at what comes up. I guarantee you'll get some responses. I guarantee it. Alright, I gotta go. San Diego, California. This video applies for the next week from this second forward. Please say a prayer for my safety. Please research and investigate gang stalking online at Google and YouTube, and so you can become informed, so you can make informed decisions in order to protect yourself, your family, your friends, your property, okay, and your communities. I make these videos to inform, to expose the truth, and I do appreciate you listening. Thank you.